This is the 5-step process that can get anyone recruited. So this is exactly what we use in Scholarship Accelerator. This is what I used to get recruited on my own. This is what my friends used. I've literally tested this theory with everyone that I could possibly imagine. And so far, it hasn't been broken. There's nothing to add, there's nothing to remove. So this is why I feel so comfortable telling this to you. So let's break it down. First, it's going from left to right. So the first part is being a good person, and now I have a little brain there. It's a weird looking brain, but it's a combination of like character and grades. Because again, like I mentioned, grades are an important part of the process. Obviously, if you have 0 grades, if your GPA is 0, or like literally just below a 2.2, then you can't get recruited. So like it's just a requirement to even starting the process in general is to have a good character, have good grades. Pretty easy box to check, but it's an important piece. The second part is being a good player. Like I mentioned, film is everything. To have good film, you have to be a good player. And obviously, college football is college football. Only a certain percentage of high school football players are able to play college football because it takes a good player to be able to do that. Notice, though, how I didn't say great or outstanding player. You just have to be good. So being sure to develop in your position, just getting better consistently, I'm sure you will still have the ability to play college football. Now, this is where we separate from some of the things that we've talked about. But the third part is getting coaches to know about you, because once you're a good person, you have the good grades, and you have the character, you have people that would vouch for you, and you're a good player, you showed on film, you've played in some varsity games. It's all about getting coaches to know about you. And so there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I mean, most likely you found me on Twitter. So like Twitter's the best place to get recruited. You can use a bunch of different other methods as well, which sadly we don't go into this, but it's all about getting coaches to know about you. Like that's, if there's anywhere that I would focus on these 5 things, obviously like 1 and 2, you have to do that. But the third part is so key. And it's just the piece that most people skip over because they think that, all you hear the common saying of play well and they'll find you. And we'll talk about those misconceptions later, but play well and they'll find you. And it's just not true, because you can play well at this point and you will get overlooked because there's tens of thousands of recruits out there. I wish I had the post on me, but one D2 defense coordinator posted the amount of recruits that they had in the 2024 class in their database. It was over 50,000. Over 50,000 recruits. That's just one D2 school. Now think about the rest of the schools out there. One D2 school in the Northeast. So there is a lot of kids out there. And it's easy to get overlooked if you're not doing the right things. But if you can get coaches to know about you, and you can get enough coaches to know about you, all it takes is one, and you can get a scholarship offer. The next piece is, once you get coaches to know about you, you're going to have to start building a relationship. And so this is get coaches to like you. And so it's all about building out a relationship, because like they're essentially, when they're offering you a scholarship, they're asking to marry you for the next 4 to 5 years. Now it's not that serious, but they're literally going to be spending every single day with you. Like it's a lot of time. So if they don't like you, they're not going to offer you. So you have to be sure to build out a relationship throughout the process, so that way you can get a good feel for things and ultimately turn that interest, that a little bit of attention from a coach, into a real scholarship offer. And the last piece is, you're hopefully at this point, if you did steps 1 through 4 correct, you're going to be left with a decision of multiple scholarship offers. It's going to be slightly overwhelming, maybe not slightly, but really overwhelming, because everybody knows it's a big decision to choose where you're going to go to college to, especially, if your goal is to play in the NFL, or if you have different professional interests and stuff like that. And so you want to make sure that you're making the best decision for you. And so that's a crucial part of the process, because you can go through steps 1 through 4, all great. You can do a great job. You can get 50 plus scholarship offers. And then you come to this point where you're trying to make a decision, and you make the wrong decision, and it doesn't really matter what you did in the past. That's what you see today with the transfer portal. There's all these kids that made that wrong decision, and then they end up at a school that hopefully is better for them, but sometimes not. And so it's just easier if you make that decision the first time. And, that's a big part of it. So it's a 5-step process. Next, we'll be talking about 3 of the biggest misconceptions I see within recruiting that I don't want you to have to just learn the lessons that I learned because I had those same misconceptions and they were completely wrong. And I'll tell you why and what you should be thinking instead. But also, if you want to just go ahead and you're like, hey, this process looks great, like what you have to say, you can go ahead and book a call with me so we can talk more about, hey, does it make sense to possibly work together? Maybe join Scholarship Accelerator and help you and your son get a college football scholarship. So hopefully I'll talk to you soon. And I will, see you soon. Peace.